Hello, I'm Sabina Di Franco from the Institute of Polar Sciences of the CNR of Italy. And now I'll share you my screen to show you my presentation. Here we are. We decided to create a metadata profile specifically for a spectral library of snow and ice, having in mind and following the FAIR principles, between others. And we had this library that was created by some of my colleagues, especially Rosamaria Salvatori, collecting spectral data on snow and ice in Svalbard archipelagos and in the South Pole as well. So we would like to improve our library, working on enhancing interoperability, shareability, and availability of our data. And we started defining an appropriate metadata profile. Of course, we all have in mind the FAIR principle, and we try to follow them because we believe that it's really important to share and improve the searching and the sharing of scientific data. And one of the pillars also of the FAIR principles are well-documented metadata. So we started by defining a process of creation, of metadata process creation, starting from the planning. Then the following step was creating an appropriate metadata profile, and then publish the results on a repository. We started also having a look what was already around on the internet, because there are different spectral libraries on vegetation, rocks and soils, such as the USGS High Resolution Spectral Library or the EcoSys Ecological Spectral Information System, and they are all well described in their metadata, well detailed. But we searched for something specifically dedicated to snow and ice, and found a little. Then we also decided to follow the standards, the ISO standard, especially the ISO standard 19115.1 and 2, and the SPIRE standards. And we also compare the ISO standards and SPIRE standards to adding missing mandatory metadata and adding the metadata coming from attribute convention for data discovery and the climate and forecast conventions. So we had all the data coming from other standards or other spectral libraries, but also the metadata that we need to customize and to especially create for better describing the data in the library, especially spectral signature, and nivological parameters such as shape and size of grains, density, hardness, and so on. The final results of the metadata profiles is shown in this graphic, and we have global attributes, metadata referring to global attributes that are based coming from the ISO 19101 INSPIRE and ACDD convention. Then the metadata coming for the acquisition coming from the ISO 19115.2. Then we have the specific snow information, both variables on snow coming from snow community and climate and forecast community, and the spectral information coming from the Fitz spectroscopy community. So the results was this schema, this graphic that describes the metadata of the SISpec, metadata profile. SISpec is the name of our library. And we have a general base information coming from all the other standards. And we have the specific acquisition standards coming from the ISO 191152 and the snow information metadata that we customize for describing our specific data. All these products, the profile, the schema, and in NetCDF are available on the Zenodo repository. So you find all this work there. And that's all, I think. Thank you very much. Now I will close my registration, hoping that you will contact me on sabina.difranco at cnr.it. Thank you so much. And now I will